5 via SID, except maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 410, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 133. Southwest 977, Minneapolis Center. I already got you checked. Thanks.
Well, hello, good evening again. on stream this week. We are sitting in Bismarck, North Dakota with virtual USA flying clubs. A group flight out of here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the lake. We're going to kind of overfly VFR. Lot of GA. So I hope you enjoy. Now, if I is that Mike? Is that Hawker? What? Hey, welcome in. Yes, we are going to take the Arrow General Aviation from Bismarck, North Dakota to Williston Basin, North Dakota. Like I said, virtual USA Flying Clubs event for tonight. So Hawker will be in the stream, so we're going to get things going. We're in the Piper Arrow. Been a while, so who knows what we'll find out, like we did last night in the King Air. But we're on our way out. We haven't called for anything, so hopefully I haven't sat too long. I'm going to go ahead and crank it up, and then we'll get our clearance. So bear with me.
Albatross 5, Papa Tango, frequency change approved. Frequency change approved. Albatross 5, Papa Tango, thank you. Piper 5, Romeo Papa, wind 3409 or gust 16, straight on departure approved, runway 31, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 31, Comanche 5, Romeo Papa. Allegiant 1708, Minneapolis Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 360 and say altitude 181. Legion 1708, roger. Turn left, direct Dakota. Beach 114 Charlie Kilo, runway 31, line of way. Line of way, runway 31, 4 Charlie Kilo.
Minneapolis Center, November 8229 Papa, Piper Arrow with Alpha. Request taxi at Bismarck VFR.
And 2 at once. The Arrow at Bismarck, say the call sign.
November 8229 Papa.
November 8229 Papa, Minneapolis Center, runway 31, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie, Bismarck altimeter 3005.
Okay, November 8229 Pop, taxiing to runway 31 via Charlie, and cleared across runway 3. I do want to get my altimeter correct.
Piper, Comanche 5, Romeo Papa, Squawk, stand by for Smith. November 585, Romeo Papa, Squawk 3002. Beach 114 Charlie Kilo, wind 340 at 9 or gust 16, straight out departure approved, runway 31, cleared for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, runway 31, straight out departure, and 4 Charlie Kilo. Southwest 284, advise you have information Kilo, expect vectors for the ILS Zulu runway 35. Southwest 284, just going to have to get you turned around and descend a little bit. Turn left heading 180 and then maintain 7,000. Citation 5 Bravo Sierra, runway 4 at Sierra, taxi via Whiskey, Charlie, Sierra, advise you have Yankee. Comanche 5 Romeo Papa, radar contact 6 miles northwest of Bismarck Airport, altitude indicates 2,500. Resume on navigation. Resume over navigation, and we'll up off here 5 Romeo Papa.
Sorry folks, hang on, let me make sure I'm back live. Okay, I muted myself there for a little bit, sorry. I just got a good laugh. Navgraph, we were set up for runway 3. Now 31 is showing no. We'll take it though.
Who's next to taxi at Bismarck? Just call sign for November 25629. Cherokee 25629, Minneapolis Center, runway 31, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie, Bismarck altimeter 3005.
I was kind of hoping to get off at Delta, but they want us full length.
At Charlie 629.
All right, well, welcome in, folks. We are in a VFR flight, so there's really not much.
284,
here to
Turn
brief,
left heading 020.
other
Descend and
than
maintain
getting some
4000.
screens set up that I rushed to get readied.
Southwest 284 on the heading of 020, intercept the runway 35, localizer and track it inbound. Beach 24 kilo, runway 31, line up and wait. This is Piper 2324 kilo, is that for me? Line up and wait. Okay, Piper 2324 kilo, I think you signed into the network as a Beach 33.
Oops.
Line up and wait, 2324 kilo. Spearwings 2222, Chicago's offline, radar service terminated, frequent route. Aircraft at Minneapolis, stand by just a moment. Any aircraft left are waiting to taxi at Bismarck. Just pull up short of Charlie and call me when you get short of Charlie.
We had, oh, whoa, what's he doing?
Southwest 284, 10 miles from Laura, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS Zulu, runway 35, approach. Cessna 5, Hotel Papa, frequency change crew. Frequency change crew, thank you so much. See you. Talk to Bob. Minneapolis Center, good evening. Navian, 389 Juliet Mike on the ground here at Bismarck, short Charlie with information on the Victoria Northwest departure. Southwest 977, that's approved. November 389er Juliet Mike, Minneapolis Center, runway 31, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie, Bismarck altimeter 3005. Alright, 3005, runway 31 via Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie, 389 Juliet Mike. Citation 5 Bravo Sierra, wind 330 at 12, fly runway heading, runway 4 at Sierra, cleared for takeoff. November 2324 kilo, wind 340 at 9 or gust 16, fly straight on departure, approved runway 31, cleared for takeoff. Straight out departure, cleared for takeoff, runway 31, 3324 kilo. Southwest 284, wind 330 at 12, fly runway 35, cleared to land. November 11816 from 31, line up and wait. Runway runway 31, November 11816. United 2439, Minneapolis Center, good evening.
Okay,
Clearance
run
on
up
request.
complete.
I gotta get a couple of Minneapolis clearances out first.
All right, just so you know, we're listening in on.
Mike, are you avoiding runway 4 due to its short length on the runway there?
Not necessarily avoiding it. Just felt like it would be more enjoyable to do the full left down for runway 14, to be honest with you.
Very well. Okay.
Okay, flight, fuel, alternate.
Bravo Sierra, radar contact.
Okay, air conditioner we don't have. All right, take off.
Yeah, I mean, if it is an uncontrolled field, so if anybody wants, they can
Number
do
55 Bravo
left down
Sierra.
for runway 4 as
Roger.
well, if they're in the mood
Turn
for
right
the short
direct
run.
Sault
I'm not
Ste.
gonna say
Marie,
no to
climb
that.
maintain
I just
flight
know
level
you guys know that my plan
0.
was to let down for a 1-4.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute Discord on the channel. I'll be listening to them so I can get any updated info.
November 11816, wind 310, correction 3409 or gust 16. Straight out departure approved, runway 31, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 31, November 11816.
Okay, 32. Let's see what kind of line we got. Little conga line here. Oh, there's only one. Coming up on 2. All right, so we're set to go.
823 Echo Bravo, runway 31, line up and wait. Runway 31, line up and wait. Echo Bravo. November 2324 Kilo, frequency change approved. Frequency change approved, 2324 Kilo, thanks a lot.
Action. Okay, I had to deafen it because it's really screwing with me. So we'll try to bring it up when we get rolling. But we're with Virtual USA Flying Group. They have an event tonight up in North Dakota, flying from Bismarck over to Williston.
United 2439.
Fun little flight.
To the Chicago O'Hare Airport. As filed. Maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure.
Okay, we're ready to go.
133.4. Squawk 2467.
Okay, props full, mixture full, rich.
United 2439. Read back correct.
Tanks,
Traverse
good.
City altimeter 2968. Expect runway 28 for departure. Call for taxi.
I will say Minneapolis is doing a phenomenal job
November
here.
823 Echo Bravo, wind 3409 or gust 16, straight out departure approved, runway 31, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, Echo Bravo, straight out, have a good day. November 8229 or Papa, 131 land.
Yeah, November 8229 Papa lining up and waiting 3-1 here, Bismarck.
November 11816, frequency change approved. Frequency change approved, November 11816, we'll see you.
because we want to be. All right, again, I hope y'all enjoy. There may not be much out of me. Enjoy the flight. We're still X-Plane 12, 2.1.
November 8229er Papa, wind 3409er, gust 16, straight out departure approved, runway 31, cleared for takeoff.
All right, straight out departure, cleared for takeoff, 31, November 8229 pop. Why does that keep doing that? See if that works.
Southwest 284, taxi via Southwest 284, taxi via Kilo, Sierra, Delta, cross runway 4 at Sierra.
Okay, there's 60.
5629er, runway 31, line up and wait. Line up and wait, runway 31, 2569. November 823, Echo Bravo, frequency change approved. Frequency change approved, Echo Bravo, lead.
Now, I have not brought the gear up because if I was to lose my engine, I could still land.
Hazen, altimeter 3006. 30065, Romeo Papa.
Gear up. Flap up.
Delta 326 Heavy, Minneapolis Center. Squawk normal, push onto Alpha, approved for runway 4. November 26, correction, November 2562-9er, wind 3409er, gust 16, runway 31, cleared for takeoff, make straight out departure. Cleared for takeoff, straight out departure, runway 31, 2569. November 8229er, Papa, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approve. November 8229 Papa, thanks. All right, today's flight will be, did I set 4,500 feet, I believe? Let me check my flight plan real quick. 45. There's the Missouri River. All right, and I'm going to gently ease into cruise speed here if I can. And then we're going to just follow the river to Williston, to the lake, to the Williston. I follow rivers. IFR flying today. We were over a middle marker, believe it or not. And away we go. We're getting a little high. Let's bring her back down. By the way, we are hand flying. We have yet to turn the autopilot on. So again, this is an IFR route. I follow rivers, roads, you know, whatever you want to use. And we're in my favorite airplane, the Piper Arrow. A lot of people ask me, what is my favorite? This was my favorite to fly. Mainly the complex. I like the constant speed prop, retractable gear. But I just really like this plane. A lot of neat things. I don't know. It was just, and it was very basic, by the way. We didn't have all this fancy schmancy stuff here in the cockpit. It pretty much 6-pack and a couple of nav gauges in your manifold pressure and all of that good stuff. Trying to get my speed set so we can trim better. But yeah, I mean, I really do. This was, when I flew with the Aero Club at Wright Pat, it was one of my favorites to fly. And how did my RPM go back up? That's why. Okay, there we go. I was looking there and went, why is my RPM jumped? Okay, we'll trim for, what are we at, 130? That's actually not bad. We're set up with 2 people in the cockpit. And about 20 gallons, 22 gallons of fuel in the wings. So plenty of fuel for the flights. Overkill, to say the least. But hey, it's going to be a fun flight. So those of you in St. Louis, especially that live along the Missouri River, I'm talking St. Charles now and company. Here's the river a lot further away, still going. And Lewis and Clark made famous this river. So, away we go. Hope you enjoy the flight. Like I said, we'll probably keep it quiet. I don't even, will we be able, I guess I should be able to. We've got about an hour to go on it, so hey. Getting word up at Williston, they're wanting, I mean, there's a short runway 4, but I think they said 3-2 we'll tune in more once we get going closer. We got to get to the lake first, folks. Come on. So if you look on a sectional towards, get in North Dakota, look for Bismarck, you'll see the Missouri River, follow the Missouri River, you'll come to a lake, and I'm not, if you know how to pronounce it, you're doing a heck of a lot better than most of us. And then we're just going to fly the lake, and where the lake turns and starts, as they said at the brief, drying up, that's where we're going to land. So, not sure how many are here today, but looked pretty impressive on the ramp at Bismarck. So, all right, so enjoy the stream and enjoy the flight. Now, we're in vFlyte. I do want to point out one feature. Hang on, trim. Now, if it seems noisy to you, hang on. I put the headphone on, but I'll leave it. Yeah, I want you. I'm sure those of you out there go, turn that engine noise up. Sorry, I make fun of you, but yeah. But yeah, this beautiful run, so enjoy. And while we're airborne, you know, take a look at our verse of the day. I'll put it in the chat here on Twitch. Many of you will have, of course, heard John 3:16, for God, hang on a second. The airplane's wanting to get a little squirrely. All right, so I think we got her back under control here. So basically, John 3:16, we all know this is probably one of the most famous verses out there. Many people can recite it by heart. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but eternal life. That's the thing we all understand and basically should understand. However, verse 17 takes it just one step further that a lot of people don't understand. You see, God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world. No, that is not what God was doing. What God was doing, he sent his Son to save the world through him from sin. Following the law that Moses set out, the Mosaic law. Good luck trying. I think I've heard of late 450 laws off the 10 God gave Moses that grew. And they grew while they were in captivity. But, not captivity, my bad, in the desert. Might as well call it captivity, but no, it was not. They were going from Egypt the long way home to Israel. No, Israel would become a country 40 years after that. They took the long way through the Sinai. You're not gonna get eternity in heaven by following, first off, the law. The law is only set there to say, hey, you're sinning. Period. Sinning means death. Guess what? If you're human, you bleed red. If you don't, we got a problem. I think the X-Files would like to meet up with you. And if you don't know that show, you ought to watch it. It's kind of fun. You're human. We all sin. I don't care who you think you are, but everybody sins, even me. So, and I've been a Christian for quite a while. So, you also cannot get there by working for it. You have to believe in Jesus Christ. One door, the narrow way, is the only way into heaven. Wide is the way everyone will try to go to separation from God, like they are right now. So, anyway, it's a great verse. A lot of people don't want to get into verse 17 for some reason, but it sets it right up perfectly. Jesus was not here to condemn us this go around. Now the next time, oh yeah, that's when the books open up, and yeah, if you're not in that book of life, gnashing of teeth and eternal separation from God, you will not have any other chances. So, anyway, enough. I get it. A lot of people don't like it when I do this, but, you know, I just have to. I'm called by the Great Commission to go out, spread the news. And many people think they know the gospel, but yet they don't. Jesus came here to save us. Period. End of discussion. Paul will take that and show how we live that righteous life. But basically, you have to believe, and every one of you out there has faith. Trust me, I can tell you right now, you probably don't even realize how much faith you have. You sitting in a chair made by man? Now that sounds kind of silly, right? Well, watch The Patriot. Now, I'm not saying watch the whole, 2.5 hour movie. Just watch the first 5 minutes, and you put all your faith that that chair will hold you, no matter what your weight. So you have more faith than you yourself know. And it's all it takes is faith and belief that Jesus is the Son of God who died on the cross for us, a death he should have never, ever been put through. An innocent person. And yet he died, arms wide open on that cross, telling you just how much he loved you. Even though you're killing him. That's every one of us, folks. Even I at one time. So, think about it. While I try to make sure we're still on the Mississippi. Oh, I kind of made a wrong turn there in Pierre. But yeah, it's a fun flight when you can just do IFR and follow rivers. Now, granted, all of those coordinates you see, oh no, I'm not following them. I'm close, but no cigar. Let's take a look outside. I think we're diving again. How's our fuel? We get to 15. I'm going to switch tanks. And we'll go through the procedure. It's real simple. Actually, I can kill the fuel pump right now. The engine has it. Let's see what's around us. The good old X-Pilot, got to be within 40 or within 10 miles to see airplanes. It's the same that it used to be in FSX. So with X-Pilot, no, what the heck, V-Pilot. I meant to say X-Pilot with X-Plane. Yes, this again is X-Plane 12. Now, one thing about trimming an airplane, once you get it settled, she's gonna oscillate a little while she settles into your setting. And we're still pushing the trim to keep it. So once you get there, you still gotta put your back pressure or pull and hold the altitude and then trim it. Problem is you don't feel the plane. It's something that's hard to explain. When I flew back in the 80s in these aircraft, you could feel what you needed to do without looking at gauges. You could feel the plane rising and dropping. Yeah, you're not supposed to go by that, I know, but you could feel by the pressure on the sticks, all of that to tell you, hey, you know, let her do it, and you can watch it just slowly trim to where you want it. A couple of years ago, my uncle has a Piper Arrow out in Jersey. No, yeah, it's Jersey. Had to think for a second. Was it Jersey or PA? Because he's right on the border. Anyway, we went up for a flight. Oh, was that so much fun. And I've never used a real electric trim on the column. It was always down here, you know, twirl the wheel. And that was kind of interesting. But he also had everything fancy schmancy, which is cool. Hey, what he uses it for makes perfect sense. So everyone has a different reason for the plane they own. Some just want to go play, some have it for a reason, and he was one of those. And actually, that's a fun little airport he has to work out of. I've flown it here in X-Plane a couple times, and the parts of it that seemed super challenging to me did not seem to be in the simulation, which is very easy, because when you see the real airport, you see the real details that you're not going to see on Google or Bing or whatever until you physically fly it. I was, like I said, it was impressive. It was the first time ever that I can remember I actually had to land clearing 50-foot obstacles, actually a lot higher, but you had to come in that way. So, he may tell me different, and that's cool. Ooh, what's this off here? Is that power plant? That's a power plant. I'll be doggone with the rail coming in. Huh. All right, we're gonna kind of kick her over this way. Go ahead, lean her out a little. I see a lake. I did actually think about flying the 208 amphib. And do a water landing or 2 or 3 or 4. But I said, you know what? This is a good one for the Arrow. And I get to fly it IFR. I follow rivers. And you thought it meant instrument flight rules. Ha ha. So, anyway, okay, I'm out where I want to make my change. All right, fuel pump on. This is where it gets kind of where I don't. Okay. And that'll help balance out the plane a little bit. It's right now wanting to pull because, you know, there's more weight on the other side. There we go. All right, I'm going to get back on channel in case I'm missing something. Hang on, what's going to be CTAF? What did they? What, I know you guys put it in here. There it is. Oh, 122.8. Okay, cool. Why am I not hearing you? Yeah, 122.8. Okay, just double checking. All right, we're going to head straight for the lake. Got a little too much on it. Got a nice cruise speed today, 130. Well, we're descending, so that's helping, but still outstanding. It's a big lake, by the way, folks. As you will find out. Yeah, we're kind of all by ourselves out here. All by myself. Oh, must be a power generating dam. And then the lock must be this canal that puts you in there to continue on the Missouri River. So, it's hump day, folks. Bet you all forgot that. How's your day going? How's your week going? Hope it's going great. Mine's been a little challenging, but then I say that every week, don't I? What the heck is that? Well, we'll have to fly over and find out. It's the beach. It's where everybody goes to swim. Gotta go out to the island, though. With no roadway. Yeah, what the heck is that? Is that supposed to be like a cliff? Weird looking. I'm not one of those that was given, well, and I probably missed a call for it, access to preview these, and you know, probably is a good thing, because I am not fully the best person to talk, you know, how do you fix this, that, the other. Like, I wouldn't know how to fix that scenery issue. I'm sure that's part of the mesh. Pretty sure they don't have high mountains out here. That's yet to come when we get to the, what do they call Badlands, I think? Where Rushmore is, and Sturgis, and all of that good fun stuff out here into Dakotas. Oh, by the way, that's South Dakota. Alright, gonna turn to about a 258-260 heading. Get out here in the channel. Oh, we are in the channel enough. Okay. More beach. So this flight is only being flown by VUSA Flying Club. I was remiss in not putting the website in, which I'll get here in a second. Still doing that. Check them out. If you're into GA flying, that's their specialty. People you may have heard of, Downwind Sim. The leader, Mike, so I can't remember ever his name. Cincinnati. You would have heard him if you like flying New York ARTC. He does a lot with them. Loves people leaving a Cinnabon for him. But yeah, you would have heard of the Flying Scotsman, the Melvin Leroy. I think he's a couple aircraft ahead of us. And so, you know, it's a very vibrant group. All right, cut it out, airplane. They're all going, what is 29 Pop doing? I'm just sightseeing. Trying to follow a river, and it's no longer a river. Alright, so basically you can see what we got planned here. We're going to continue pretty well down this main chunk of the lake. You can see where we're going to turn up stream a little bit. And I think we still got a couple more turns after that. Yeah, we still got more lake to go. And then it runs out. And the river, I believe, somehow continues. I don't know. Not real familiar with North Dakota. Never drove it except for Fargo to Grand Forks. So pretty much undiscovered country. So enjoy the flight. Now, I could have requested flight following. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not even sure Minneapolis Center is even still up. Oh, yeah, they are. So, we'll just kind of enjoy the ride. Hey, we're catching up to somebody. How'd we do that? I don't want to get accused. You overran my airplane. Like, dude, you don't know how slow I have the Queen of the Sky slowed for you. May have to see what 355 Hotel Pop is flying. A 152? Oh my gosh, yeah, we're gonna overtake him. All right, we'll figure out where he is and we'll put proper separation between us. All right, who's decided now to make it rain here? That was not in the fork. Who's doing an unauthorized rain dance? Actually, what altitude is he at? We may be okay where we are. Let's see. He is at 34. I am at 44. Wait a minute, am I going at the right altitude? Even. Yeah, I'm at the right altitude. Had to think there. You made me think about it there, Mr. 355 Papa Hotel Papa. Had to look at my AOPA chart. Now, there are a couple of little airports along the way. Most of them are private. So may come up on Discord here in a second. We're still too far out. Why haven't we heard anybody though? Am I transmitting? 1228. There we go. I think he descended. Left the wipers back in Bismarck. Who put the rain out here? By the way, you can see you're still allowed to fly. I've got more than 10 miles of visibility. Clouds are way up. That's one of those things, flight sims, you know, unfortunately, get the right conditions, poof, you get rain, even though none's reported that I know of. Trying to give him a wide berth. Yeah, we'll just kind of head for that inlet up there, and that should give us plenty of spacing. All right, I think we've got her finally trimmed. Well, the weights are coming in balance with the wing. Oh, a little off. But yeah, that looks good. Oh, touch too much. Yeah, the real Arrow does not have aileron trim. X-Plane does, so. All right, we're gonna be, I think, out ahead of him now pretty decently. Enough so we don't see him anymore. And I'm gonna still look for ways to get more separation between us, even though technically he probably can't outrun us. Probably is always a bad word to use. Okay, let's take a look here now. 070 at 6. Oh, BKB. right, we're now at about 15 minutes out. This has been pretty fun, at least for me. You know, I don't know about you all, but I do appreciate y'all turning out, and hope you enjoy this. A little different flying with Mike. By the way, Hawker 125's with us. Chimed in at the beginning, moderating our way through here to Williston, North Dakota. And welcome aboard. Haven't seen you on board in a while, but glad to have you. And by the way, that route that just came up from Bismarck to Williston, those are the coordinates that are put into the GPS, which we're not flying. We're just strictly flying IFR. I follow roads. I follow rivers. Instead of instrument flight rules. Okay, now I will not be on Discord. I'm on with VUSA for the flight, just to make sure I don't miss anything that may not be coming across the VATSIM radios. Well, Duluth Fly, welcome aboard. 5 viewers coming in. Thank you so much. I'm flying with Mike, and we sure appreciate the Raiders. We're on a IFR flight from Bismarck to Williston. By the way, in this case, IFR is I follow rivers. That's basically the flight. We're in like a conga line. Dun, 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 from Bismarck up here to Williston along the Mississippi or Missouri River, and that final turn north there will be for the airport. But thank you for coming in. Thank you for the raid there, Duluth, and hope you all enjoy as we're in a Piper Arrow from vFlyte, and it's been a fun flight. Till now, they're going to make me put my sunglasses on. What is going on with this? It was so nice having this cloud follow us, even though it's raining. Over here somewhere is a Black Hawk. I don't see him anymore. Get back to my side of the river. Nice gentle course correction. There it is. It'll probably look like a European 135, whatever that thing's called. But yeah, Black Hawk's been trailing us. Now I really could have fun and cut the corner off here and not fly the rest of the lake. No, we won't. Piper Arrow 3. Beautiful airplane. Logged a lot of hours in this in the 80s. It's probably of the GA aircraft my favorite. Next, the Saratoga comes in.
Comanche 585 Romeo Papa, 5 miles to the east. We'll be continuing, go for a left downwind, 14, full stop, Williston.
Yeah, Williston Mall, November 116 is 12 miles east, 4,500 route for Canadian turn, left downwind 14 Williston.
Okay, so 1-4, we're starting to hear them finally.
Williston traffic, nearest vehicle Bravo. Repeat left down.
Speedy 69691. Welcome aboard.
823 Echo Bravo is 13 miles to
Glide path of a brick. This thing. What?
823 Echo Bravo.
Jet Pipe Cinnamon coming in with that whiskey, Mike. Hey, welcome in. Glad to see you all. Yeah, I know I don't fly enough of these. You all get on my case all the time. Do I have a life vest? Why? I can land in on the land here. Just got to remember to put the landing gear out. Thank you, Speedy. We sure appreciate you. All right. Now we got to see what that chopper's doing. He's following the river. I'm kind of trying to keep my distance. All right, let's get on our P's and Q's here because we are getting pretty close. Melvin Leroy may get in before us. His stream is going on as well. Jet Pilot Cinnamon is out here watching, making sure we behave. And making sure I find the airport. By the way, we are no longer in Minneapolis air control, so if we got lost, we're on our own. You know what? What is the airport? 23, so come down to about, well, do his 3,500. You have a lot of trust in us, huh? Yeah, I know there's an airport somewhere. Where'd the map go? It just went out the window. Doggone it. Oh, well.
Williston traffic, Comanche 585 Romeo Papa, entering final for 14, full stop Williston.
All right, let me get out here so I come over what I'm going to call my initial fix, even though it's 20 miles out. And then I'll begin setting up for the 1-4 approach. Left traffic is the name of the game. Not sure what this Black Hawk is doing. He doesn't technically need to fly the pattern, but be nice if he did. Yeah, the good thing is I don't need a map. I got GPS, unless that goes out. No, we got it here. All right. We're going to round the corner. We need to turn to a heading of a 320 to start with. Here in... What are we? Too low. Coming back up.
Williston traffic, Comanche 585 Romeo Papa, clear 14, taxiing to the ramp by Alpha, Williston.
Williston traffic, line 16, left base 14.
All right, somewhere up in here is the city. Alright. Since we only got 1,000 feet, let's go ahead and turn on some lights. I'm gonna say that almost fooled me there. There's an airport there.
Line 16 is clear of 14. Williston at Rico Bravo is turning left. Line out runway 14, Williston.
Definitely not it. It's a two-runway airport. Main runway 1432, and then across 4 and 22, I think it is. Just doing that in my head. I don't show this airport on the chart.
Williston traffic, helicopter 513, Whiskey Mike's 10 miles to the southeast, low level 2800, setting up for the left down with 14 Williston.
And Williston traffic, Cherokee 8229 Papa, 10 miles south, descending to 3,500.
Cherokee helicopter 3 Whiskey Mike has you in sight. We're going to stay behind and give you some space there.
8229 Papa copies, thanks. I may need the whole state.
Just the state?
For this flight.
Williston traffic 3 Echo Bravo is clear of runway 14.
I don't even have the airport yet, so. All right, we're gonna go ahead, mixture rich. Props full. Looks like another airport, however, power lines are across the runway. Ease it on down. And Williston traffic, 8229 Papa entering left downwind, 14. Found the airport actually. And 8229 Papa left base, 14 full stop. Flaps full, gear.
Helicopter 3 Whiskey Mike's midfield now, 114.
True green. And just for Hawker, I did a nice dog leg for him. (8229) Papa final 14.
Mike's left base 14.
Traffic 39, July Mike entering left downwind for 4 close.
All right, I don't know what the landing rate was, but we'll get that when we get parked.
Service Mike's final 14.
A2, whoop, oh, I switched screens, there we go. 8229 Papa's off Alpha 4 to the ramp.
Williston traffic. Piper 2224 Kilo is on the 45 to the left downwind for runway 14, 4 miles northeast. Williston traffic, Cherokee November 2569 is left downwind, runway 14. Well, we've got the 3 Whiskey Mike's vacating 14 Alpha 5. We're going to ground taxi via Alpha.
Williston traffic 39, July Mike turning on left base, runway 14, close.
All right, we are
Traffic,
out of the movement area.
Mike turning short final, runway 1, close.
Looks like something just there for you, Hawker.
Williston traffic, Cessna 355, Hotel Papa, 10 miles southwest. We're going to spin downwind, runway 14, full stop. Williston.
Six, 7 Whiskey Alpha, left downwind for 14, Williston. Williston, Cherokee, November 2569, left base 14.
All right, we're here. Let me run the checks here real quick to shut her down. All right, flaps up, air conditioner. Well, wish we had it, but we don't. Oh, wait, let me open it. Hang on. All right. Now we have air conditioning. Prop full increase.
Williston, November 2569, final 14.
All right, avionics. Time.
Williston traffic, November 38, access like all from the wind 14, Williston.
Got my time. All right, let's see here. Avionics off. Okay, let's shut her down. Okay, mags. All off. Now just have a little fun. Unlatch. All right, we are in Williston. Let's take a look at this. Again, we did not fly any of this with any service. With any of the airlines I belong with other than Virtual USA Flying Club, and going in right now because I got to figure out where I got to do this at. I think... Where the heck do we go in and do that? Oh, how about we go to the event? Let's see here. Time is... That's what SimBrief is for. 120... What did I say? 127. All right, folks, I've checked in, put my numbers in. Now let's go see. And for a second, I am going to clear that channel. All right, let's take a look here. What, I don't know if Elevatech will record a landing or not. Oh, looks like they did. Well, right now, I'm kind of happy with it. Just past the touchdown zone at 112 feet per minute. Boy, that feels good after some of the hard landings we've had for a while. Really, that feels good. 62 knots, 1.5 Gs. Thumbs up on Elevatech. Now let's try to complete it. Oh, it did. Wow. Because it wouldn't take my destination. That's why. It just, for some reason, does not have this place. Even though the airport's showing up on their map, it just isn't in their database, I guess. So, and you all have not seen this. Doggone it. All right, so you can see the airports here. Let me get back over here. Click here. Give me a second. Yeah, for some reason, Elevatech does not have this airport. But anyway, we're all parked up in here. But again, there it is, 112. So you can see I'm not joshing around. We've had some pretty hard landings of late. Nice to see it, 112.62. All right, however, we go by Sim Toolkit. And Sim Toolkit is still sitting in Bismarck because I don't have it followed. It got stuck on it once and it wouldn't let go until one of the big updates. Look at all these aircraft. Wow. All right. So they got us at 141 feet a minute, 62, 1.5. Can't complain. And if I did, who'd listen? Solid turnout. It is indeed. Let's take a look one more time. As you can see, yesterday's flight was horrible. There's a whole lot that went into yesterday's flight. The numbers, albeit do justice, but they don't do justice. We'll just leave it there. I think it was a trainee, someone spinning up to be center, being evaluated, however they do that. Oh, man. I felt like I was on default ATC. But, hey, you know, don't want to be mean to anyone, but boy, that was one of the roughest ones I've had in a while. But anyway, let's view some details, shall we? Again, we know the basics. Our 52-minute flight, 151 miles, 52 kilograms. And again, we landed on the number, well, on the center line, just shy of 1,500 feet down the runway. Boy, if I'd have done what I've seen some people do and put her right about here, I'd have got off at Alpha 5-2. You were spoiled with our real world ATC. Well, like I said, it was a rough flight, and a lot of things. I have not flown the King Air in better part of 6 months, I think is what I figured up. This airplane too, but I've flown it so much real world that it gels. Now, when I go to turn the autopilot on, then we're going to have troubles like we did the King Air. But overall, great numbers here. I mean, planted it 1,500 feet down the runway. That's what you're supposed to do. So, wouldn't have won any spot landing contests, but tried one once. Didn't win that either. But hey, this was a fun flight. Thank you, VUSA Flying Club, for the hosting of it. I'm going to have to get into these more often. I'll be honest, I just don't check enough to stay up to date with it. And hang on. Hawker, there you go. You were asking for it. Unfortunately, that's default. Boy, do we have a turnout. Let's do something here. Oh, look at that. He gets a car. What? Man, some people. There you have it, folks. A good look at the airfield. A lot of great, I mean, like I said, these are fun to fly. Don't get me wrong. Like I say, oh wait, Hawker, I stand corrected. That's not a default aircraft. Although I don't know what they're really flying. Let's see if I can find out up here. Need to call letters. Papa Tango. U-16. Looks more like a Hawker. But a really good turnout. I don't know how many more are still coming. But this was fun. I had a great time. Thank you, Mr. Cinnabon. I'm going to just leave it there because I'll fail every time I try. But great time. And I have to admit, I will try to make more of them. So the hard part for me is during the week, but I know you guys fly on the weekends too. So no excuse. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go ahead and get the stream killed. This is still X-Plane 12 2.1. We're all in the X-Plane 12 world awaiting 3.0's weather updates, although I'm going to tell you right now, that doesn't look too shabby. Not in my book. So can't wait to see what's coming with 3.0, but we'll see when it gets here. But folks, it's been a blast. I'm going to go ahead, kill the stream, but stay online here. And I really hope, you know what? Let's turn our attention out here. Maybe. They're still quite a ways off. Okay. Thought I'd look. You never know. Behind me, something fun could be landing. There you have it. A busy ramp here in Williston. And just before the weather goes... anytime now, it will change over, so... Y'all have a fantastic rest of your hump day. Thank you again, VUSA, for hosting this and setting it up. Really nice, fun flight. And to all of you here, we had Speedy 69691 follow. We had a raid out of Duluth. Thank you, sir, so much. 5 viewers came aboard with that. We thank you so much for that. We hope you all enjoyed a nice... I follow the river route from Bismarck, North Dakota to Williston Basin, North Dakota. So don't even try to pronounce the name of that lake. You can do your best, but you probably fail. So have a great night. We'll see you Friday when we'll be back in the airliners, flying from Reno to Phoenix and then Detroit to Toronto. See you then. Kickoff time 16 Zulu for those able, and it's about a 5-hour day, 4 or 5 hour day of flying. So we'll see you then. Enjoy, and I had a great time with this. So catch you on the next one.